Y'all, yes, y'all. You know what it is. It's them kids and wives and 9 to 5s, but we are still married to the games 070. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yes, sir. We are keeping it moving. How are you guys doing out there? We are so glad you guys are here. It's your boy, Gabe Patillo. Joined by, is it joined by or joined with? Joined by?
Either or.
Yeah, it works.
Tim Router and Timothy Hall, of course. And as always, we are talking games and life and games. Man, I barely got any sleep last night, and I'm feeling like better than usual at this time of the morning. But I know that around like 3 o'clock in the afternoon today, it's going to be a problem. Nobody's going to want to be around. Nobody's going to want to be around me.
Gabe's going to be dragging his knuckles just across the street.
Exactly.
Just like,
me want sleep.
Fellas, we're 70 years old. We are 70 episodes old. How awesome is that?
70 weeks strong.
That's amazing. In a row, too. Like, we haven't skipped one.
Yeah.
A freaking row. That's crazy.
That's amazing.
You know, I was going back, your numbers get really depressing over winter. Like, people obviously, over Christmas, because people obviously are doing Christmas and New Year's and Hanukkah and all the things that come with the holiday season. And, man, there's people that are like still are going back and listening through our whole library of podcasts.
Amazing.
And that's crazy. So for those that have jumped on late and started from the beginning, we've talked to a couple of you guys on Twitter, but thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And I can't believe that you're still here. After
I can't believe you're not sick of us yet.
And you might be sick of us and you're just a completionist like Router, and you're like, well, I started this thing, I might as well finish it.
Yeah, exactly.
But we appreciate it. Router.
Oh yeah, buddy.
How you doing there, brethren?
I'm doing good, man. This past week was good. Lauren and I had a quick trip down to Atlanta.
That's right.
And she had the gift show, and she didn't have any of her girls to go down with to kind of walk the floor and look at new stuff. And so guess who gets to go?
Employee number 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Explain the gift show a little bit.
Sure.
People that
So,
don't know.
because my wife owns a stationery and gift store, there's a couple different gift shows that happen in multiple cities throughout the nation. The one that we typically go to is the one within like the first week in February up in New York, and it's at the Javits Center, and it's huge. And it's basically just a ton of vendors that have like new gift products and that kind of stuff. Well, the same thing is true in Atlanta. So they have it in downtown Atlanta, and you just go in this building, and there's just all kinds of vendors. They have booths set up, and they show you all their latest products. So you basically just walk the floor, and Lauren can, get catalogs from people or place orders if she really loves it. So I was just, I was being the dutiful husband and helping out, and we walked the floor. But it was nice. We kind of made a little bit of a trip of it. Piper stayed with the grandparents, and so we stayed at the W in Midtown, which is always nice. On our way down, we stopped at this restaurant that we love in Mont Eagle, which is called High Point Restaurant, and it is so good. I had probably one of the best steaks of my life there.
It's ridiculous.
And fun little fact about High Point Restaurant, it was Al Capone's mistress's house. So
no way.
So
wow.
when he would travel from Chicago down to Florida, he would stop at this place at his mistress's house as kind of like a halfway point, and he can hang out with his girl and do whatever, and then he would head back down to Florida. So there's like pictures of Al Capone around. It's really stinking cool. It's such
pictures of him and his girlfriend watching Friends on the couch.
Exactly.
They're like, this is the best place to watch Friends.
They're watching the movie The Untouchables. Like, that's me. That's me.
They got this all wrong.
They got it all wrong. I love that movie, by the way. So we stopped and had dinner there. So we kind of just made something out of it, and did the show on Saturday and came back Saturday night. And so that was nice and easy. So, yeah, I
And it was her first night away from Piper, right?
Yeah, first overnight away from Piper. I was like, see ya, have fun. Lauren took it a little bit more. I mean, of course we missed her, but at the same time, man, you got to have that just you and me time. It's so important to have that, and it was. I'm glad that we did. We had a good time, and so yeah, it was good. As far as
how many times do you think she said Piper's name or asked, like, what do you think Piper's doing right now? Do you think she's missing us?
Lord, it was like
all night.
It was like hourly. I'm like, babe, I'm sure she's fine.
By like the 14th time, she's like, what do you think Piper's doing? Tim's like, I'm going to drown you.
Yeah, exactly. So it was, no, it was really, really cool.
So Router got some mommy and me time in.
Yes, we did get mommy and me time. It was really nice. It was so funny though. We got to the W at like midnight or so because we just drove down. It's a quick 3.5 hour drive. We got to the W at like midnight, and that place is always like modern and trendy, and it's like bumping music, and a bunch of these frat boys come in, and they're all hammered, and we're like, man, we are old. Like we're in the elevator with one of the guys, and he's like, oh, F that and F this, and we're like, uh-huh, yeah, yeah, just mommy and me hanging out, don't mind us. But it's cool. I love it.
As you're rubbing icy hot on your wrist, you're like, oh gosh,
my back hurts.
Yeah, your blood pressure medicine alarm went off.
Arthritis cream.
Exactly. Where's my Bengay? But no, it was cool. Man, I love that city. And I tweeted a picture because after the show, we went up to Lenox Square Mall, which is their mega mall, and they had a Microsoft store there. And of course, the Xbox One was there. So I was like, oh, I'm going to go over there. So Lauren's shopping. I'm like, okay, I'll be over here. And so I jump on and play the demo of Forza 5 and crash within the first 10 seconds. It was awesome. Dude, I cannot do driving games at all.
It was just a good reminder.
Exactly. But the Xbox One looks sexy too. So I'm just happy that they had a little place that I could play.
Try it out.
It kind of looked like the Apple Store, like from your photo.
It's exactly like the Apple Store. It's kind of like, really? Really?
Do they have like a Genius bar?
Yes. They had a whole little like windowed area in the back, and it is exactly like an Apple Store.
It's like IT guy bar.
Exactly.
Like what else would they call it?
Exactly.
It was the smart speakeasy.
Right. Yes. It's one of those. Yes. That like everybody had handlebar mustaches, and they're all. They're all the Windows hipsters. Oh, no, wait, that's the Apple Store. Never mind.
Right,
you're in the wrong store.
I'm in the wrong store.
Yeah, wrong color.
If there's actually like geeks with pocket protectors and glasses, then I'm in the right store. But
right, with green shirts.
Shout out to all
if
PC
their
users.
beard goes beyond their belt, you're in the Apple Store.
Exactly. If there's more than one tattoo, you're in the Apple Store.
We need to start a whole thing up. Yeah.
It's like you might be a redneck instead.
Exactly.
You might be in the Apple Store.
You might be in the Apple Store. Oh, I like that. We have to do that. That's a good segment.
Oh, good. Really
anyway, game-wise, I am still going through Infamous 2. Absolutely loving it. Cannot wait for Second Son. And it's just a great game. It's great. It's a lot of what I liked about it is they kept a lot of the same game controls. The first one, like it's a lot of kind of the same format, which I like. I kind of like when sequels do that kind of stuff. The graphics is better. I think I love some of the new combat that you can do, like that arc stick or whatever that Zach gives you in the beginning. Man, I'm just beating monsters left and right with that thing.
Melee, baby.
I love melee in that thing. That thing is awesome because the little quick time events when you're like popping one through the head and then throwing them with it is just awesome. It's like so killer. So I love that stuff. But yeah, I'm in Infamous 2 mode, so I'm loving it. It's great.
Sick. I love that.
That's about it for me.
Timothy Hall.
Today's podcast is sponsored by the letter C for I had a cough. I still can't kick. Yeah. For some reason.
Oh my gosh.
That sucks.
Wow. It pops up every now and then.
Well, hopefully we'll hear from it.
I had that too over the holidays. mine lasted about 3 weeks, and my doctor said that some of these coughs, like depending on what kind of virus you get for it, can last up to a month.
Yeah.
No
So-
freaking thank you.
Yeah.
I'm about at that month part. So
Yeah, hopefully you'll be done with this soon.
I think it's on its way out. I mean, it's definitely gotten a lot better, but bleh. And I have to do a lot of voiceover for work, so I'm like, the blah, 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 coughing.
Oh, that's awesome.
So,
Hey, if you ever want a different voice on there, you can always call it, brother.
That's
oh,
right.
yeah.
And I could try to make your job sound sexy.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, exactly.
They'd be like, Tim, you did this? I'd be like, yep.
Yep.
That's me.
That's me.
And another thing about this console is...
Oh, nice. I like
Yeah,
that.
there you go. There you
A
go.
little Hulu-ish there.
Exactly,
That's
yeah.
right. That's so cool.
My time to Infamous, TTI, if you will, has been extremely shortened because Jason Stansel started following me on Instagram.
I know. I'm so excited.
Oh, my gosh.
And I'm
Don't you
following
feel
it back.
important?
Of course.
So I got to play Infamous 1 and 2 pretty fast.
Yeah, you do.
Quick,
And
fast, and in a hurry.
And shout out to Stancil because he posted on Instagram. He's been working late nights, and there's a great photo of him just like low lights. I'm like, I bet his eyes are bleeding right now. But
Oh,
holy
man,
cow,
yeah.
he's killing it right now for Second Son. So we appreciate you,
Oh,
man.
man, I bet their time to Gold
It's the final
Master is
stretch,
pretty
boy.
short. Yeah.
Well, they've got
Oh,
to.
yeah.
They probably have to wrap up within this month, probably, because then they've got to send it out for production, make
Yep.
sure it's sorted, all that fun stuff.
Gold Master.
That's
Yep.
crazy.
I finished up the Skyrim main quest.
Yes, Skyrim in the books.
Yeah, I think I
Did you take
finished
a
it.
credits picture?
I didn't see any. They didn't have any.
There's no credits?
There's no credits.
Not in my game.
How you beat a game with no credits?
That was kind of weird. I mean, I finished the main quest, and then it was like, "Hey, you want to go back to Skyrim?" I was like,
That's
"Okay."
true. It does do that. You're right. It goes immediately back to where I guess wherever your last location was.
I assume.
Ooh.
Huh? That's a good point. I don't think we ever had a credit roll.
I mean, that could just be like the soft ending, I guess, but like that, it felt pretty like pretty ended, if you will.
Yeah.
Like it's
Interesting.
definitely the main quest that you finish. So I was like, okay,
Sweet.
that's awesome.
There's
So I
that.
started the DLC too.
Which one?
The Dawn Guard,
Oh, nice.
and
Do you like
it's
it?
pretty cool so far. Yeah, it introduces like a new weapon, new enemies. It's pretty cool so far. So I
that's
like
good.
it. And I think I'm not really sure how long the DLC is going to take. I haven't checked or anything, but I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I'm still like I think I'm like level 28.
Oh, sweet.
I found I haven't used sneak the whole game, but I leveled up my sneak really high because there was like basically I found this ledge towards the end of the game, like towards the end of the main quest. I'm sitting on this ledge and just crouching and shooting arrows like all the way across the map and hitting this dude.
That's awesome.
And it was hilarious because like I would keep missing because I was so far away. So he would like keep being like, what's going on? And then it would just be like sneak increased. So my sneak like leveled up like a ton.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
That's what I spent the most on upgrading, so that when I sneaked, I could do one shot kills if I was in sneak mode.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
I'm getting there anyway. Like I found that little exploit and just kind of, rang it
Yeah.
dry.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The more you
Router,
just keep shooting.
Router turns Skyrim into a stealth game.
Yeah. Any which way I can, man. And well, no, like, cause there were so many, I think I did it a lot because there's so many caves. And then when you come around a rock, there's like a spider or a troll. So I would just sneak, come right over, shunk, and boom, hit him. And that was it. It was a one shot kill. And I just kept upgrading my sneak every time.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I love that.
I still can't seem to get the sneak to work for me. Like even leveled up, like people are still like, "Hey, what's going on?" Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
heavy foot.
I love that. What was that?
What was it?
That's incredible.
But it really helps if you have like a follower in the game. So when I did the Magic College, like I gained a follower because I helped her out. And she just comes around and just destroys everybody for me.
She whips people. You're like, oh, okay. Hey, I'll let you take this one.
Yeah, go ahead.
You got this.
Yeah.
Oh, it was awesome when I would encounter dragons. Like the dragon would be done in like 10 seconds.
That's awesome.
So I was like, well, that works.
It's such a good game, man. I'm so glad you played it. You finished it.
Yeah, like I said, like the first time I played it, I just did the side stuff. Kind of like how I did Fallout 3. Like first time I played Fallout 3, I didn't do any of the main quest really.
Yeah.
And then I just went back and started vanilla and did the whole shebang. It's kind of the same thing with Skyrim. I went through and did the main quest and only a few side quests this time. So, and the DLC seems to be kind of like a new branching story type of thing. It's pretty cool. So,
oh yeah, it is. I played the other one. What was it, Dragonborn or?
Yeah, Dragonborn.
Yeah,
Dragonborn.
That's the one I played, and it's really good. It is. It's a nice continuation of the story, and the way that they set it up on the, like, you have to go someplace to the map, and then boom, once you get there and you travel, then it expands to the other section. It's they did it really well.
Are you playing Mass Effect at all?
Not right now.
Ah, jeez.
Yeah, like I always kind of sit down and play what I'm in the mood for, and I was really in the mood for Skyrim because I kind of like going around and finding these little exploits to level myself up.
It's awesome.
So, I've been doing a lot of the smithing, like the making armor and stuff like that.
Totally see you doing that. Like I can see you geeking out over that stuff. Like, I'm going to craft a sword.
Yeah, that's the thing is, when I started playing like Fallout 3, I think that's like the first Bethesda game I actually played. Yeah, like I was really enamored by the fact that you could like do a lot of resource management. So you could buy and sell things and find things that you could sell to other people and trade and barter and all that stuff. So, and I probably just said the same thing for about 5 seconds there, but you get what I'm saying.
I got to like trade and barter stuff and wanted to make stuff, and I got to barter things and trade stuff.
Trade, barter.
So you want to barter and trade? Is that what you're saying?
I think that's my favorite part of games, though, is just the resource management stuff.
Yeah.
But
that's awesome.
Interesting.
It just comes with your personality, I guess.
Yeah, it does.
Mr. Patillo.
Hi.
Hit us up. What's going on in your world?
I had a good week. Oh, I got me some haul in.
Yeah, buddy.
That's right.
It wasn't in his week update, but I guess I'll just put it in.
Oh, come on.
I'm just kidding.
I was going to say.
I'm just joking.
Wah, wah.
I'm just joking.
Sorry, I was afraid I was going to start coughing. Get too excited.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it. No, man, me and Hall went and got lunch and hung out. And I think it was the very first time we've done that by ourselves.
Ever.
It's ever.
Unsupervised.
Yeah, without a lifeguard on duty. So yeah, man, we kicked it over the weekend. That was pretty cool. We went into The Score, which is a locally owned video game spot here in Nashville, and we will talk more about them later. They are the people that are sponsoring our giveaways for the next 3 weeks, and they're awesome. If you want to write it down real quick, it's thescoreonline.com. You can check them out on facebook.com/thescoreonline and at scoreonline on Twitter. They are awesome, and we'll talk about them some more later. But we got to do that. It's been a pretty normal week. Just wrote some more, writing with this new guy named Ryan Stevenson. He's new to Goatee Records, and that was pretty fun. Yeah, keeping her moving, man. It's still like the beginning of the year, so we haven't jumped out on tour yet. I leave for Sacramento tomorrow. I think I have to be at the airport at 5:00 in the morning.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we'll do the show tomorrow night and then fly back on Friday, and then leave again on Saturday to go to Gatlinburg to do a show on Sunday, and then come back Monday. So kind of jumping around a little bit.
You better load up that Vita, boy.
Oh, I am. I've been playing that Trials game, the motorcycle game.
Oh yeah.
And then I've got to finish up Walking Dead season 1 on the Vita. And man, I tell you what. Well, we could talk about it later. But a freaking PSI showed up at the house. The PlayStation Eye, the camera.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh, that's right. That was crazy.
Freaking Jason Stansel, man.
Man.
I've got friends that make me feel like a terrible friend, and he's one of them. So he's like one of those guys, like every single time he does something for you, you feel like cussing him out. Like, even though that shouldn't be like your natural thing, your natural thing should be like, oh man, thanks. But I open the thing, I'm like, oh man, freaking Stansel.
You gotta be freaking kidding me.
You got me freaking kidding me up in here. Are you kidding me, Stansel?
I think that's his new nickname. Freaking Stansel.
Freaking Stansel. So he's such a good guy, man. And
yeah, he's killer.
And so
he's like Santa. You just get things in the mail, though.
I know. And he's
really
got that beard going on.
Yeah, man.
There you go.
Say, give him a little hat with a, you know what I'm saying, powder puff on it. Ready to go.
That's awesome.
Oh, I freaking beat Nino Cooney.
Halle freaking Luya.
Yeah.
The clouds parted.
It only took a century, but you're
The
good,
angels
right?
sang in 100 part harmony. And let me have it. I never even heard them kind of harmonies when the angels started singing.
How many hours total? How many hours total?
49.
Wow.
49
did it feel
hours
good?
total. Oh my gosh. When it ended, I was like,
yes.
I was like, here it is. Well, I finally did it, you guys. I'm up there by myself looking around. Right, guys? I started a slow clap. Nino Cooney, guys, let's hear it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Dude, so I was happy to be done with that game. You know what's funny, though? It's kind of the same thing happened to me that kind of happened to Hall, even though I know Hall might not have been in the Skyrim world as long, but
Oh, no, I'm pretty sure it was.
I finished it. I finished it and was like, maybe I'll go do some side quests.
There you go.
And so, like, I found myself staying in the world a little longer than I would have thought I would have. And then, so of course, I'm like, what's next? So I dove into that doggone AC4 jack on the PS4.
Yeah, buddy.
That thing looks incredible.
Yeah,
Holy
buddy.
crap.
I got to come down and see it.
Does it run at
Yes.
60?
Sure.
Why
I can't tell no difference between that stuff, man. It's funny because I'm not that, like, I don't have a keen eye, number one. And number two, I don't think I care that much. I just want the game to be really good.
Right.
Like, the only time, like, I could even tell the difference between TVs is when they're sitting next to each other at Best Buy or Target. I'm like, yeah, let's get this one. This one's way better. And then you get it
Let's just
home and
hand
you
Gabe a Tiger Electronics toy. He won't know the difference.
He won't know. So go ahead.
blazing 12 frames per second. And so, I mean, I would guess it's up there. I don't have no idea.
That's awesome. Hall,
But-
remind me, I've got to get you AC4. I got to get that to you somehow.
Yeah,
can
we'll get together, and I got some stuff that you could probably borrow.
Sweet. I'm so glad you're playing AC4 right now.
Yeah,
Prepare
that
to
game
put
is-
another 49 hours in.
that game is sexy, boy. It looks, that's a
it's
good
so
looking
slick.
game. Shoot.
Good.
Somebody was
Yeah.
asking about if there have been any deals on AC4 for PS4, and I was thinking about it. I was like, can't you just buy the PS3 version and then do the upgrade?
Yeah, but then you're paying, unless you buy it used, you're paying more that way.
No, like it was on sale for like $30.
Yeah, I think it's on sale for. I don't know how that works. Do they allow that?
I
if
think that
it's
was
still
only
on sale?
an allotted time.
Oh, you know what it was? Wasn't
I
it
don't
pre-order? It was. I think it was just because it was if you pre-order. The
No,
PS3
it wasn't just
version.
pre-orders.
Oh, it wasn't. Okay.
No, I don't think so, because when I bought Ghost, it had the thing right in there. It was like, hey, upgrade now.
Oh,
But
okay.
I don't know if that ended. I don't know if they're still doing that or not.
I wonder.
Well, I hope, because either way, I've got Watch Dogs still for PS3, and now that I have the PS4, I'm going to be upgrading that joint.
Yeah, I can't
Oh, yeah.
imagine they stopped it. I mean, why would they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You can
I
just
don't know.
change yours over, router.
Yeah,
your
yeah.
pre-order
I'll be
probably.
like, oh, thanks. Hey, here, I'm going to return this. Can I get the PS4 version instead?
The only thing, so I do have one gripe with AC4.
All right, hit it.
So Uplay, which is not something that I would normally care about, their little online service.
Oh, forget it.
Well, the thing is, if you can download the AC4 app And like once you get your ships up and going, you can like from your app send them off to go make money while you're not playing games.
Yes.
And but I can't use it because I can't use Uplay. So Uplay can't go find my anyway.
Yeah, Uplay is broken, man.
The problem is
broken.
you have to have under 99 friends, and they've been having this problem and they haven't fixed it yet. So I need Ubisoft to come on with it and make a patch or something.
Yeah,
Gabe, that makes you sound so funny. You need to have under 99 friends. Well, look at you, Mr. Popular.
Well,
That's
no,
right.
it's just, I mean, it's just because of the podcast and because our community's off the chain that I even have that.
know.
Before this podcast, I had
Gabe
like
Patillo.
I had 7 people on there.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, half of that was family.
I'm
So-
Gabe Patillo. Look at all the friends I got now.
Exactly.
I'm going to win.
So anyway, that was my only gripe with it. I wish
Yeah.
that was working.
I always, when it said like log into Uplay, skip. I never did any of that because just in the past, I set up an account before and I was like, this is broken. I'm not even worried about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
anything
I
that
did,
takes time on the way to the title screen, I'm like, nope.
Yep. Just keep going. Keep going.
Oh man. Yeah. So that's me.
Speaking of PlayStation friends, Gabe, thanks for the hookup on the. I never used the PlayStation app before for your phone, man. I love it now because I never typed or did anything on the console because it was such a pain in the butt. But now I can just do it through my phone, so I'm talking to all kinds of people now and responding to friend requests, and I love it. So thank you for that.
Yeah, man. Of course.
I need to do that. I just forget my password.
It's so worth it because now like I can talk to all my friends and have better conversations than just hi because that's all I can type on the console because of that stupid keypad.
Before you're annoyed, yeah.
Yeah, you're like H-I backspace. Dang it, J. No, that's not it. I hate it.
Do you guys get messages like, hello, fellow MTTG listener?
No, I haven't gotten that one yet.
No.
Yeah, I got a couple of those. I was like,
But it's because my name is so awful that they know which one I am. Sabbath Gray is such a terrible name
It's
for
awesome.
PSN.
You have to
Everybody's
keep it.
like, oh, yeah, that's Gabe.
Yeah, it's Gabe. You have to
Yeah.
keep that for the rest of your life
Golly.
Yeah, pretty much.
as penance.
Router.
Your old buddy.
Let's do it to it.
New releases this week, January 12th. Again, not a whole lot going on for the next couple weeks, but Assassin's Creed Liberation in HD is available on the PlayStation Network and
That's
Xbox Live Arcade. So that should be good. And then like 2 PC games, Europa Universalis 4, Conquest of Paradise for the PC, and the Banner Saga for PC and Mac.
Nice.
There you have it. Top selling games this week. It's going to start getting boring, people, because it's a lot of the same from last week. Once again, this is the week ending January 4th. So this was right after the holidays. And this pretty much reflects mostly brick and mortar stores, not necessarily digital downloads. I always want to put that disclaimer in just because. So at number 10, Call of Duty Ghosts for the Xbox One. Hallelujah. We actually have
There we go. Next gen, baby.
game. And of course, it's a Call of Duty game.
It has to be.
Yeah, of course. Number 9, Battlefield 4, Xbox 360. Number 8, Pokemon XY 3DS.
Yes.
Number 7, Minecraft for the Xbox 360.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. Number 6, Just Dance 2014 for the Wii.
I wish I could have seen you do that just then. Whatever
Yeah, I
you
kinda
had to muster up.
I shimmied a little in my chair. Number 5, NBA 2K14 for the 360. Number 4, Call of Duty Ghosts for the PS3. Number 3, Grand Theft Auto 5 for the PS3.
No way.
Number 2, Grand Theft Auto 5 for the 360. Number 1, Call of Duty Ghosts for the 360.
Wow.
Crazy.
All those kids are buying Grand Theft Auto with their gift cards, I guess.
Yeah, and for
Yeah,
the
so it
for the
sounds like.
360 and PS3.
And you know why
Wow,
Minecraft
wow.
showed up?
Why?
Because a lot of people probably got like $20 gift cards and they're like, oh, this is $20.
Mm-hmm. Precisely,
Nice.
sir. So
Yep.
there you have it, folks. There's your charts
Top
and your
10.
releases for the week.
Hall,
Yep.
give us something.
Were we talking about our RBI baseball last week?
We were talking about baseball games.
I thought we
general.
mentioned. Well, we did mention RBI baseball because you mentioned that you played it on, I think, the Genesis, was it, or the Nintendo?
Something like that.
Yeah. Either way, it's coming back.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. RBI baseball 14 is coming, I think, next year.
Wow.
Yep. So, or no, looks like it might be coming this year, baseball season. The last
Interesting.
RBI
Nice.
baseball game was RBI Baseball 95 for the Sega 32X. And I don't know exactly what this is going to be, but they said it's going to be on current and next-gen consoles and smartphones and tablets.
I love that we're still calling them next gen, even though they're here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I wonder
That's
what
pretty
this is
cool.
going to be. Yeah, I'm pretty interested in it. I think it's going to be a downloadable title, like a $20 game or a $15 game. Because how big of a baseball game can they put together like in such a short time? Unless they knew that 2K was going to drop the franchise.
It sounds a little convenient that they would announce something like that the week after 2K
Of course.
announced that they're not doing the game.
Exactly. They could just be announcing it because they're like, "Oh, we're gonna make a game in 3 months."
Yeah,
That'd be a pretty
seriously.
interesting game.
That's pretty crazy.
They just throw something together,
Yeah, I think
cut and paste some code.
I think it's going to be simplistic, and honestly, I would welcome that. I would welcome a port of Ken Griffey Jr. Baseball for the SNES.
Me too. I'd play an old school baseball game
Yeah, they're a lot of fun.
for sure.
Yes, definitely looking forward to that. Did you want to go next, Gabe?
Sure. Yeah. Only wanted to bring up, only because you guys, and you might have been about to say this, the wait is almost over
Mm-hmm.
on The Wolf Among Us.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes, now.
Got a release window, not a date, but a window. And the only reason I bring it up is kind of two stories in one, but PlayStation is doing this 14 for 14 celebrated PS3 and PS Vita games on sale, and they're like pretty good sales. So I wanted to run down some of these games. I'm not going to say all the prices for all of them, but Bit Trip presents Runner 2, Crisis 3, Deus Ex Human Revolution, Director's Cut, Enslaved, F1 2013, Far Cry Blood Dragon is going to be $3.75
Oh, I got to pick that up.
Yeah.
for PS Plus
Big time.
users and $7.49 for everyone else. Lone Survivor Director's Cut, which is going to be cross-buy. Pool Nation, Puppeteer is going to be $7. Rain is going to be $3.75. Rayman Legends, Tales of Exilia, and The Wolf Among Us Season Pass
Mm-hmm.
is going to be $13.49.
Yeah, thanks, Telltale.
And for Plus users, and $14.99 for everybody else. And Thomas Was Alone will be $2.50 for Plus users, and $5 for sale for just on sale. And I'm gonna have to get The Wolf Among Us on PS3.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I
was
mean,
just
I'm gonna
say-
have to. I
was
can't
just
wait.
gonna
You
say,
have to.
You have to, man. There's like, it's not even worth waiting on anymore. You have to play that game. It is so good.
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean,
You're gonna get hooked. I'm telling you, you will be hooked
it
on
is
that.
really
I
cool.
cannot wait for that.
come
that
on
second.
with the Vita version already, though. Freak.
And speaking of Vita, will you please, I'll give you the money, but buy Tearaway and play it while you're tripping this
no,
weekend.
I got a freaking shout out because the Lord works in mysterious ways.
Amen.
One of our listeners, I should have had his name pulled up already. Nathan. I was gonna try at your last name, but I'm not going. Van.
No, you have to, because I always have to when we do the questions and stuff. So it's your turn.
man.
It's your turn now, man. Sweet justice is mine. Come on.
Diggle.
All right, there you go.
It's probably not even. I mean, it's probably so
He's
Americanizing.
probably laughing at you right now.
He's got his face in both palms.
He just threw his headphones.
He's like, dude. But literally, he wrote me a message on the forum This is why you need to be on the forum, because the forum is banging. Hey, Gabe, on this week's podcast, Router brought up Tearaway, and you said you hadn't played it and needed to get it. I recently got the platinum, so I'm done with my copy. If you want, I'd be happy to send it to you so you can play it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Just let me know where to send it. And then yesterday he sent me a message saying he sent it. So
that's so cool.
Big shout out on sending Tearaway for the Vita over.
Awesome.
I really appreciate it. And I definitely will be playing it. Thank you.
I don't even own a Vita, and I've been all about that game. I've heard so many great things about it. It's a perfect game for new Vita owners too, because it utilizes all of the functionality of Vita. Stuff. So it's supposed to be really, really cool.
Great. Now Router's going to get a message. Hey, Router, I'm done with my Xbox 360. I'll send it your way.
Heck yeah.
Hey, I'm done with my Vita.
That is dangerous territory.
That's right. That's right. Anything else I can exploit for you, gentlemen?
Oh, shoot.
No, that's awesome.
I wanted to bring up, too, like for some of these Vita ones, for some of these sales that are really cheap, Epic Mickey 2 is going to be $7.50 or $14.99. It's usually $30.
Was that on the Vita too, or was that
on the Vita? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
That's supposed to be awesome. That game's supposed to be great.
Limbo is going to be $3.75 on Vita.
Don't buy it.
Really?
You know my hate for that game.
I know, but you know.
Crap, I'm going to get lots of...
Yeah, there you go. Hate mail incoming. Hate mail incoming.
Remember we were talking about a long time ago, like our...
You were sick of that. You were sick of that art style too at that time.
Yeah, I mean, I was just like... I didn't find the game as fun as everybody had hyped it up to be.
Right.
But that's okay. I mean, to each their own.
Yeah,
I'm sure that for a lot of people it was an awesome game. So.
Yeah. Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker will be $5 for PS Plus, $10 for everybody else. There was another good one on here.
Man, they are just putting it out.
The Walking Dead Season 1, complete first season. For those of us that went out and bought this season pass at first, we're going to be mad, but the complete first season, Walking Dead, $5.
Oh, come on.
For PS Plus users, and $10 for everybody else. $10. Go get The Walking Dead on your Vita.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's so much time has passed now.
Yeah.
It has to be $5.
That's what you get.
I mean, not so much time, you have to understand.
But dude, Wolf Among Us knocked $7 off the season pass, and I already paid for that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I played The Walking Dead Season 1 late, and I beat it last Christmas. So,
yeah.
Oh, man.
It came out a while ago.
Maybe it was. So, out of those, I would say go pick up Blood Dragon, because it's hilarious. If you can, now, there's a lot of language in it, but it's really funny. And it's only $3.75.
Yeah, you got to get that.
And of course, Walking Dead. Please go get that. And then I want to look into this Thomas Was Alone situation, because I've heard a lot about that game, I feel like.
I've heard Puppeteer is really good.
Oh, yeah, Puppeteer. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, Puppeteer will be $7. It's usually $40.
Now I'm going to have to get a Vita.
Yeah, that's $7. That game is, it's like a retail title.
Yeah, Puppeteer,
so
$7.
Cheap.
And then $13.99 for... Here's the thing, though. We found out. And I don't have all the facts, and I'm jumping around. I'm sorry. You want to talk about Wolf Among Us real quick?
It's great. Go get it. Done.
Yeah,
it's great. Go get it. But they did say, Kevin, gosh, my chicken. It's more my chicken scratch than it is his nice name.
You want to say this with every name. You're like Kevin Smith. I think it's Smith.
I want to say it's Bruner. It's by writing at 2:00 in the morning.
Richardson,
the president of Telltale, he did announce on the forums that several things conspired against us.
What?
And I think he was just saying that they ran into a bunch of problems in trying to get this second episode out. That's why it's taken so long. They usually like to have a 2-month gap.
Yeah.
And this one's been like 4 months.
But they're kind of smart, though. Like, if they get back on track, like, think about it. Like, 1 month will be Walking Dead, and then the next month will be
Wolf Among Us.
So, like, they're going to stagger. Man, Telltale's going to own 2014 right now. This is incredible.
So, anyway, that's Wolf Among Us. First week of February it's coming out.
Sweet.
That's the window. But what I was going to say before we jump into that was we have heard, I think Sony has said that you will not be able to play for free your digital titles through the PS Now situation.
Really?
The PlayStation Now thing. And I guess it makes sense because if it ends up being a subscription something anyway,
yeah, I can see
then
that.
what do you need to have your game for free anyway? But we don't really know what it's all going to look like, but they have come out and been like, you're not going to get through PlayStation Now, their new streaming service, your games for free that you already have bought. You'll probably have to if it's a subscription and a little price on top of it for each certain game, you'll have to do the price on top of it.
Well, or if it's just like the price on top of it, if you actually own the title digitally, maybe if they give you like a little upgrade to streaming type of thing.
That would be great.
Well, wait, if they've come out and announced that, then do you think it's going to be more of an a la carte service versus a monthly, pick as many games as you want?
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was wondering.
That's what kind of concerns me now, is now it's an a la carte thing where you can say it's like $2 to stream a game and you can have unlimited. Man, that's weird. I don't know. That's not where
we don't know how it's going to be.
Yeah, exactly. That's not how I thought it was going to go down. I thought it was going to go down more like Netflix, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds kind of like with that server plan, like they're kind of examining a cost that they're going to pay flat rate to have all those servers active, like electricity cost and all that stuff. And maybe they're just kind of hedging their bets against, well, we'll have a subscription model, and if you want some of the $60 titles, you got to, pay a premium or an a la carte thing for them.
That could be.
Which nothing should be a $60 title anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all
they've got to
be
weighing this out, though. Like, they've got to have enough servers or plan to have enough servers to make this worth the cost.
Absolutely.
Because they can't just make it like $20 a month.
Right.
I mean, they could, but
they could, but it won't pay for itself. See, Netflix does so well because it's like $8.
Right.
So
yeah, I just joined. I got a free trial in there. I'm loving it, man. I hadn't done it before.
I know. I couldn't believe you hadn't been on Netflix. I think every time me and Tim got together, I was like, "Are you on Netflix?" He's like, "No." I was like, "You've got to get on Netflix."
I know. Because we only have a small window to watch TV. When once Piper goes to bed, that's when we kind of decompress and watch some of our shows. So if we're trying to watch a movie, I'm passed out within the first 30 minutes. But yeah, so now we have it though, which is great for her too, because there's all these kids movies that we can watch. So yeah, I love it. It's great.
I was going to say for kids, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, it's perfect. So
it really is a no-brainer. I mean, goodness gracious. Hall, give us something.
So everybody knows how much I like the Magic the Gathering video game.
Right.
Not actually the card game. I couldn't I don't have the patience to sit down and play the card game.
Oh man, I was going to get a session together with all three of us next week.
Oh, darn. That sounds great, you guys.
Tap this, tap that.
Anyway, yeah, the game has been pretty fun, but I saw this announcement that they're making a movie, or they're thinking about making a movie.
Yeah, they've been thinking about doing this for a long time.
With Magic the Gathering?
Yes.
So weird.
I've heard that for a long time.
What are they going to call it?
Well, but they said they've had books and comics and stuff, so they've got something to draw from. They said they want it to become a mega franchise like Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter, which
really
that shouldn't even be a sentence.
No. That is insane.
That's like when you were single and you had a friend and you're like, well, what does she look like? And they're like, I don't know, kind of like Jessica Biel. You're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, why would you aim that high?
Yeah.
Wow. That's funny.
You're like, I don't know, can you say somebody more adorable like Susie down the street? She kind of looks like Susie down the street. Don't start comparing yourself to full grown women and you're 13 years old. She's kind of like Jessica Biel.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think Jessica Biel is really pretty.
All I got to say is I hope that this movie gets mixed on one of our consoles so I can talk about it. Get the scoop.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Be pretty funny.
Incredible.
And I had one more thing. The GamesDoneQuick guys.
Yes.
They landed at just over $1 million when they finished their fundraiser.
awesome.
$1,023,218.02.
That is great.
Isn't that incredible?
Man, that 2 cents, man.
You know what? Thank you. That was me. Hey, can we talk about that for a second?
I wanted, the only reason I brought it up is because I saw a video where they did like an exploit in Super Mario World to like rewrite itself, which was the strangest thing. But they're playing like Pong in Super Mario World.
Isn't that weird?
It's really weird. We might have to post this video because even just explaining it, like,
it doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense at all.
How
do people come up with this stuff?
I think it happens with the quality control guys or the quality assurance guys, the QA guys. You know, when at the end of a video game where they have that long list that says QA testers and those guys, I think it's those guys because those guys are constantly. So when they're making, like when I went to Sucker Punch and they're making, Second Son, you walk into this like room and there was just like 8 people in there just constantly trying to break the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and so
true.
I think that's where that comes from. And then, out of that, becomes the legend of, I think you can do this if you do this at this perfect time. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was one that I watched on Super Mario World as well, where they could like hop off of Yoshi and then land on Yoshi just at the right time when they hit the ground. And then it goes under the ground and then you could just run the level under the ground the rest of the way. And so I just think it's got to come from something like that, or people doing it on accident and then posting it on the internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think this is what I did. And then they kind of perfect it down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess with the internet nowadays, like everybody's going to find these little glitches and exploits and stuff. The thing about it is, like, they said too that Pokemon Yellow had a similar hack and you could overwrite the game's code using the controller input. Which is so crazy. I mean, I assume that it's just the emulated ROMs, but then again, I guess it could just be the actual game too that does that. It's so crazy.
Wow. I went on and watched a bunch of stuff last night because it's just so impressive. And like we said, it ran from the 5th of January to the 11th. They had 18,333 donors who made 27,974 donations.
Wow.
That's awesome.
And obviously equaling the number that
that's great.
That we were just saying. So the two things I watched were, there's a guy named Sinister One and a guy named Zallard 1 ZALLARD 1.
You're just having a heck of a name day, aren't you?
I know. Yeah. It shouldn't be this hard. It's just because I can't read.
You're going to take all the questions today so you can do all the names.
No, thank you. But these guys, Sinister played Mike Tyson's Punch Out and Zallard played Super Punch Out blindfolded.
Oh, wow.
Blindfolded. Sinister didn't make it all the way. He got to Tyson and then got knocked out.
Wow.
Which, I mean, with your eyes open, that's a, you know what I'm saying?
That's incredible.
Feat. And then the other guy beat the game.
What?
Blindfolded. Beat it. Blindfolded.
That's ridiculous.
That is so ridiculous.
Like, it's crazy to watch. It's some kind of sensei third eye.
It is amazing what the brain can do.
That'd be funny if they were only showing the side view and then they come around to the front and there's just 2 holes cut out in the blind.
That's good. That's
I'm
amazing.
like, I've seen that sheet somewhere before. Why is that thing so pointy on top? And then I watched 2 guys race Super Mario World, and it was really cool watching them like start out together. And then one guy accidentally like messed up and got behind, but it was just crazy watching them fly through Super Mario World 35 minutes.
Wow.
In 35 seconds, pretty much. Like, this guy beat Super Mario World.
Did he use
35 minutes?
Did they use that one trick where you kind of go from World 2 to 8 or whatever it is?
I'm talking Super Mario World.
Yeah, I know. You go from
Is that 2 to 8?
Well, I don't know if it's World 8 at the end, but basically there's an exploit where right from the beginning of the game, you can get to the end pretty fast.
No Star Road, no capes even.
Wow.
Only firepower. is the most like upgraded they ever got through the whole thing. I mean, they use the star once in a while, like the but like
on accident.
Yeah, exactly. But it was insane watching them just fly through the game. Awesome. We're donating to that next year. Why we didn't this year, I don't know why.
I don't know why we didn't this year.
We were late to the party. We didn't know about it, but now we know about it.
Yep.
And I think they're going to do a summer one, and it's all about prevention of cancer. And cancer has touched so many people's lives that we need to get this thing knocked out.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
cancer is like a freaking demon, man. Cancer is the worst. Oh gosh, destroys freaking homes left and right. So let's hope these guys eradicate this crap.
I wonder if they have a charity too for the St. Jude's Cancer Center, because that's the one that takes kids who their parents can't afford it.
Yeah, that'd be a good one too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hall, you got something else, buddy?
No, that's it for me.
The Last of Us has a DLC coming out, Left Behind. We've heard about it for a while, and it looks pretty awesome. I think you're going to play Ellie. You meet her friend Riley. And it looks like a little bit more maybe fun and games going on in this one. Might not be as dark as the actual game. As a prequel to when the game actually came out. I mean, the game that you actually play. Another quick thing. SimCity is coming offline, finally. People have been begging for it. And obviously they had an awful, awful launch. And they're going to be coming offline, which at first they said was going to be impossible without major reworks. And that's pretty much true. It's taken 6 months of them working to get this game offline, because how they had it set up was the data that the game would use was coming from a server. So now they have to make it all local. They're having to boost the AI, because usually you're supposed to make a city by somebody else's city, and you guys' cities kind of work, together to create this whatever. Well, you're not going to have that now. So it's going to be all offline. And so that's going to be really interesting to see how that pans out. And then my last thing I wanted to talk about was people on Twitter, on the Twitter, are asking for a Let's Play.
I already know what you're talking about.
Dude, that was so my fault. That was my fault.
Oh my gosh.
That was my fault. I couldn't help it, man. I could not help it.
And dude, I don't know that we can't do it.
We have to do it.
Well, now that I have the PSI, like, you can see us as we're playing now. Like,
we have to do it.
I mean,
Gabe, you gotta let people in.
I went and watched the trailer last night. Okay, for those that don't know, I can't stand scary games. I can't stand scary movies. I can't stand scary books. Goosebumps.
And so I'm getting Gabe for Christmas.
And what's funny is, like, I'm not like a jumpy guy, or I like psychological thrillers and stuff like that. Something about just horror, just to be horror, I do not like. I don't know what happened. Like, I just hit an age where I was like, I'm not watching any more of these Saw movies. This is ridiculous. Or I'm not, because I used to watch The Ring, The Grudge, Saw, Exorcism of Emily Rose. Like, I went and watched all those movies. Nah, Jack, them days is over.
Wow.
So I don't know what happened, but it's going to be free on PS Plus next month.
Oh my gosh.
It's for the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, we got to play it.
Streaming and everything is already going to be so easy.
We got to play it.
We'll have, maybe Hall and Router can take turns, I don't know, coming over here, or we'll go to Routers or something, and they can play through it and I can just watch.
No, you're playing.
No, you're playing.
I don't want to play it.
Dude, you have to play.
Please, no.
Except I can't play after you because the controller will just be clammed in sweat.
Exactly. You'd be like, I'm not sitting here. It smells like urine.
Yeah, dude, we have to do that. Please, can we do that?
Yeah, we can do it. But what do y'all got to play? I don't feel like playing and throwing my brand new controller out the window that I got to pay for a controller and a window.
I'll bring an extra controller and a pair of jeans for you.
I watched the trailer last night.
That was good.
Trying to be a man about it by myself. Didn't go well.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I was like, oh man, this is freaking scary, man. God.
Did you have to go to the bathroom afterwards?
No, I didn't, but I was definitely like feeling it in my stomach, in my guts.
Yeah. That's so good.
It's about people being killed in an insane asylum. And of course, how come you know what? I'm going back to school. I'm going to become an architect and I'm going to build a happy-go-lucky looking insane asylum. Like, how come they all got to look like a Castlevania something or other with a storm? Like, why insane asylums don't ever have like a pretty day and something's crazy going on the inside, but it's got like a really nice exterior, you know, some window dressings. None of that. Can a brother get a shrub? Can I get a shrub or two outside the insane asylum?
Well, because they're all what that insane asylum was like World War II or something like that. Because they're all old and decrepit. There's no like. There's no romper room of insane asylums.
Yeah, can
anywhere.
I get a ball pit in an insane asylum?
No.
Another thing. It's a first person view. It looks like.
Yep.
And you see the guy running, and his hands look a little white. I'm just saying you'll never see a brother in an insane asylum running around with people on the loose when the electricity's not working.
With night vision.
With night vision goggles on.
We'll get him to mod it for you, Gabe.
Yeah, well, please.
Gabe, when you play it, that's about to change.
Can I put the guy from Grand Theft Auto 5 into Outlast? And then I'll play it.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
No, that's going to be great. I can't wait for that.
There's a part, it's funny, there's a part in the trailer where the guy runs into a room and then goes and hides under a bed.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, that is some junk. Like everybody always like, oh no, a bad guy's coming. Let me run upstairs. Well, I can't go no place. Oh, let me run up under this bed. Go find some woods and like get out of there.
Break through a window if you have to. That's awesome.
That's my spiel.
There you go. Hey, I had a quick little news item too.
Oh, listen to Router.
Yeah.
What?
So I don't know if
70 episodes. Woo!
That's right. It's a special occasion, Hall.
Yeah, it is.
No, but this is actually really.
Is it about somebody getting laid off?
No,
because this is how Router used to come with news. He used to be like, so EA fired 200 people. Anyway, that's my news segment.
That's my news. Back to you. Back to you, Gabe and Hall. No, so Peter Mayhew, who is best known for playing Chewbacca, tweeted. Exactly.
Is that what he tweeted?
He tweeted. And that was it. Tweeted behind the scenes photos from Star Wars the good episodes 3, 4, and 5.
4, 5, and 6.
4, 5, and 6.
I'm sorry. Thank you. 4, 5, and 6.
What is wrong with you?
I apologize.
You were the only one alive when those came out. Dude,
I will. And I'm
that's so funny.
So dang proud of it because guess what? You never got the joy of seeing Return of the Jedi on opening night.
That's
packed
true.
House. I had to sit in the aisles because the seats everything was packed with my brother and father. One of my best memories.
Way. That is awesome.
It was amazing.
Is that back when they just had one giant speaker for the movie theater?
and the guy in the back with a crank? Yes. That's exactly what happened.
They had just come from fetching water from the well.
That's right. Anyway, so Peter Mayhew posted some behind-the-scenes photos. He tweeted, it's on Mashable.com right now if you look it up and just do a search for Star Wars. And it's really cool. They show you how they did the credits in the beginning.
Oh, wow.
The scrolling credits. And, man, it's like they just did it so ghetto. It's like a camera with a string from the top that goes all the way down, and it's like a flattened out – it looks like a flattened out TV screen where they have all of them there, and then they use the camera to slowly scroll it down. It's really cool. Like, there's some really great archive photos there. And, dude, Peter Mayhew is a giant. Like, he's got to
be huge.
There's a picture of him actually carrying Carrie Fisher like a baby. It's awesome. So go check him out. There's some great old school photos of some previous of the good Star Wars days. So definitely check it out. That's my geek news moment.
Nice.
Back to you, Hall and Gabe.
That is incredible. Do you guys want to do our giveaway now or after the questions?
No, let's do it now.
Well, you
just
brought
put
it
in
up.
with
You might as well do it now.
Social media stuff and all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, you know where to find. But seriously, twitter.com/MTTGcast, facebook.com/marriedtothegames, marriedtothegames.com. And then here's where the giveaway comes in. marriedtothegames.com/forum. Every week, for those that don't come to the forum, we put up a post and a thread for every episode where we can talk about the episodes, or people can correct me if I'm wrong, or it's usually me.
Oh, this thread's going to be huge. No. It's going to be like, why good. You know like Limbo? No.
And so this week, we are giving away Xbox 360's Lost Planet 3. We're going to be giving a game away every week.
We're giving away that 360 copy of Lost Planet 3. Just now, you made it sound like we're giving away
Xbox
360s.
I'm like, whoa.
Oh, sorry. I was saying Xbox 360 *S's Lost Planet 3.
We don't have the budget to give away Xbox 360s.
I know. Sorry. I'd be keeping it number one. I'd be like,
me too.
And Gabe Patillo won it. Wow. Weird.
Oh, and hey, it's a split and router won it too. Interesting.
Yeah, and it's already plugged up at my house. Strange. So giving away Lost Planet 3 this week. So go on the forum, go to the episode thread, and leave us some feedback. That's all you got to do. Super simple. Go to the forum. We'll post a link, of course, as well. But go to the forum, go to the episode 70 thread, and give us some feedback on the episode.
It could be anything about the episode, too.
Yeah. And you'll be entered to win Lost Planet 3. And this is how we're going to do it for each week. And this is brought to you by The Score Online, the best place to buy and sell video games, especially in Franklin, Tennessee.
That's right.
They're in Franklin, so if you're in the Nashville area or whatever, I say make the drive to Franklin and go see the guys over at The Score. They love video games, and they love the community that video games brings, and they're really cool guys. We got to go in there. We were in there for like an hour the other day, huh, Hall?
Dude, we were in there for over an hour.
We were in there for a long time, and they're chopping it up with these guys.
Talking about video games. If you guys go there and you buy games, I mean, they'll sit there and talk with you for hours about video games. If you guys head in there, or if you're in the Nashville area, and he has they've got games from every system too. So if you're walking in there looking for NES stuff, it's there.
It's there. So yep, Atari stuff is there.
Sega Genesis, 32X, Saturn.
They've got like the really rare stuff too. We saw some stuff that was priced out of this world. We were like, oh my gosh. And it was because it's rare, and they have it. It's very, very cool. They're going to have their online store popping off here very soon, but check them out. Facebook.com/thescoreonline. On Twitter, they are Score Online, and their home on the web, thescoreonline.com. They have parties there. They have tournaments there. We're probably going to do our next video podcast from there, so you guys can check it out. It's awesome. We might go host some tournaments or something. It'll be sweet. We got to do some more stuff. We got to do some stuff with those guys, because they really have a awesome setup there.
They do. And so it's the coolest game store that we have, for sure.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's
close. What a game store used to be, you know?
Exactly. Where the owners actually played video games. So Lost Planet 3, we'll Twitter it. Let's get into some questions.
Gentlemen, we have some email questions this time. I'm very excited. Yeah, we have some good stuff. Aaron writes in to mailbag@marriedtothegames.com. Hey guys, wife of a gamer here. Question. Has gaming ever negatively interfered with dating or your wife? The reason I ask is I have always dated geeks, nerds, gamers for some reason, and one particular guy I was dating several years ago called and canceled a date because he had a raid with his World of Warcraft buddies.
That's incredible.
Right? Needless to say, he's not the one I married. I did marry a gamer, though, and we listened to your podcast while we traveled to Cincinnati, Ohio from Columbus. Keep up the great work.
Oh, that's cool.
Thank you, Aaron.
You are awesome. I am so glad you married a gamer. I'm so glad you did not marry that other dude because I'm sorry.
He had his priorities jacked up.
That's really what I have. Two words for that guy: priorities and alone.
and cat.
And cat, yes, and cat will probably be thrown in there as well
somewhere.
That's really, really cool. Negatively interfered with dating or just your wife / marital duties. No, I certainly never want to make that a priority over anything like that. And that's why I game early in the morning when everybody's still asleep. And it was really nice. The other day, Lauren was talking to one of her friends because she was making fun of me about gaming. And she said, I will say this, though. He doesn't game when Piper and I are around, so he's a responsible gamer.
Nice.
And I was like, oh, babe, that's so beautiful. And it's true. Like I'd rather because the game time is really like me time. And that's why I do it in the morning or late at night at that time. But, if my wife and kid is up, I'm with them.
There you go. It's probably interfered somewhere along the line. I just didn't know it because I was playing video games. So that would be a question for my wife. But I mean, there's definitely been times where I probably played like a little too long, but there's never been something where it was like, babe, seriously, are you going to come down? You know what I'm saying? She's never had to like come and snatch me off the video games.
And I sure as heck I'm not going to cancel any type of a date or anything.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I got to go play this game.
That's a little far. But I mean, with World of Warcraft, I know it's a time dependent thing, but still.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a lot of girlfriends coming up, so I definitely wouldn't have been passing up that opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome. Well, thank you, Aaron, for that.
What about you, Hall?
I'm the same as Gabe. I just it probably have played a little too long in some areas, but.
And I mean, back when I was just dating, I probably like didn't answer the phone because I had headphones on or something like that, playing something. But
of course, but like to have a date scheduled and then say, "Oh no, I can't."
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
no way, you're out of your mind.
That's nuts.
Out of your mind.
I will say though that I wasn't really playing until I got married. So like I was playing here and there, but I'd kind of like lapsed a little bit on it. But then after Krista and I got married, that's when I think it was like a year after the 360 came out, and her brothers introduced me to the 360. So, it was kind of their fault.
So when in doubt, blame them.
Yeah.
Please give me telling the counselor.
That's right. Oh, great question. We got another email from Mark Schopfer. Hey, guys, love the show. Just found it toward the end of last year, and I'm hooked. I had two completely unrelated questions I wanted to ask you guys. Number one, as the Tims are looking to play Mass Effect 3 in the near future, do you plan on playing all of the DLC? I'm curious because of the backlash of the ending of the game had. The Leviathan DLC answers a lot that were left open by the game, and I know people played the game fresh with all DLC, and they seem to enjoy the experience better than people who played close to its release. Hall, do you have any of the DLC?
I don't think I have anything because I think when it came up and asked me to update, I didn't do it yet. I kind of want to see the original ending just so I can gauge like how mad I would have been.
You know, it's funny. It wasn't that bad. I didn't feel like it was that bad.
Yeah, Gabe, you said it wasn't that bad at all. I the exact same way. I want to play it through as is, but I did when I picked it up at Best Buy. I didn't purchase Leviathan. I purchased From Ashes because I heard that kind of that DLC was supposed to tie in a lot more.
I think it adds a character too,
and it might have added a character too. So I didn't pick up Leviathan, but I definitely got From Ashes. So that was a good question.
By the way, I don't have any of the DLC. Like I'm gonna just play it vanilla.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
Okay. Then the second one, are you guys letting PS Plus Instant Game Collection alter your game purchases? I see games, especially first-party ones like Knack and Tearaway, and think those will probably be free on PS Plus at some point. So I'll hold off on buying them. Do you think I'm crazy, or do you think people still start doing this as well? Thanks, guys. Keep it up. I think there are definitely some games that I know I want to play instantly, and then there's other games that are like, I'll wait until PS Plus knocks down the price or it's for free.
I am kind of the same way, but I think that Sony made a kind of a smart decision with the instant game collection stuff, just because like even if they give away first party titles and you never buy them, you're still giving them $50 a year for digital downloads that they don't have to worry about you selling or anything like that.
Right.
That's kind of the main thing, because once you buy, let's say you go out and buy a $50 copy of Knack, they're only going to get a certain amount of that because obviously the retailer gets some, the distributor gets some. And then like once you have that copy, you can go out and sell it, so you can sell it to somebody who then gives Sony no money,
It's a good point. Yeah.
So like, I think that with the instant game collection, I think going forward with software, that was just a really smart idea. And that's why you see companies sell games on Steam for like $1, because they're like, you know what? They can't sell these games. They can gift them, but they can't really sell them or anything. Let's get whatever money we can out of these old games because they're not selling right now. So I think the instant game collection is a really good way to throw up some games included with your, $50 a year subscription. Maybe you throw up some games that just the sales have kind of slowed down to a real halt.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's the thing is games sell the most like right when they come out. And then from there on out, it's kind of just a run rate.
Yeah. It's funny too, because I don't feel like I can ever call it. If you would have asked me if BioShock Infinite was going to be free in January,
no
I'd
way.
Be like, oh,
yeah,
no.
I couldn't have called
You know
that.
what I mean? And like there's been a couple, and even like with Sleeping Dogs, which we did call that would end up being free, but not as quick as it was. And so that really didn't alter my thought on purchasing, because it went free before I even, realized, that it would go free. So, I don't think I've ever looked at a game and be like, oh, that will be free.
Yeah.
So let me not get it.
I think it's just a question of your priorities too. Like what games do you want to play? And if you do, then I typically would just pick them up. And then for me, because I'm a newer gamer, if there are some other games that I didn't play before and they're free, of course I'll try them out and go from there. So, I mean, it's a great PS Plus is awesome. It's totally worth the money. You get your monies back within the first month anyway.
Uh-huh.
And, I think it doesn't alter your game purchasing. I think it enhances your game purchasing because you're going to end up playing more games, and you get a better value because of that.
Amen.
And it's even easier with PS4 because if you want to play online, you got to have it.
Yeah,
So.
exactly.
And what's awesome with PS4 is that freaking remote play. I was playing Assassin's Creed in my bed the other day. It was awesome on that freaking Vita.
That's so cool.
And it was pretty responsive. It worked pretty well.
Oh my gosh. Like I was surprised.
Wow, that's great. That's really great. All right, moving on. We got Facebook. Our boy Paulo.
Yeah, Brazil represents.
That's right. One's for you. This one's for you, Gabe. He said, "Now that Cooney is wrapped up, what game on your backlog could possibly get you back on that dusty PS3?"
Ooh, Wolf Among Us.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be my next one. Dipping back to the PS3. And I mean, that's the other thing about this instant game collection that's funny is like they'll release so many good PS3 games that I'm like, shoot, I got to go play that. So like, you know what I mean? So, as they release, I'll go download BioShock just to maybe dive into some DLC. The new Last of Us DLC that's coming out, I'll probably want to play. So, that kind of stuff.
I don't think your PS3 is going away anytime soon.
Oh, no.
Nope. Alrighty.
Thanks,
Scott
Paolo.
Yeah, that was awesome. Scott Clark, honest question from a guy who owns all 3 current gen systems and also plays PC games. Why is no one complaining about the price of the Steam machines? Microsoft got lambasted for their price tag of $499 for the Xbox One, which people are arguably more excited for than they are now for the Steam machine. Meanwhile, the Steam machine's cheapest model is $499 and has other models that go up to $6,000. Yet I haven't heard a single complaint of that pricing structure. I think Microsoft got a lot of undeserved flack for their price tag. I think, I hate to say this, but I think the issue is that PC gamers are a very niche market, and it's not considered a norm in the media. I think what the media looks at are the bigwigs, the big consoles, the PS, the Sonys and the Microsofts. So,
because there's marketing too. You don't see any like PC gaming marketing pretty much of any kind.
Yeah, you don't see Steam machine commercials or
every
anything.
now and then, but
yeah, but I think because it's such a niche market, it just didn't. I don't think people either knew about it or were like, "Well, I'm not getting that anyway," so they didn't have an opinion about it.
And you know what, too, as an old school PC gamer, I was used to it being expensive. It's always been more expensive, and so I think why people aren't acting up is because like you know, back when I was buying video cards, the video card alone could be $300.
Right.
And so, you know, for them to have a $499 model is great and you rejoice in that. But then when they say, and they can get up to 6,000, you're like, oh, well, yeah, of course. I bet they can. But that doesn't mean I have to buy it. What happens with Microsoft is they put out an Xbox that says you will pay $500.
Yeah.
The Steam machines are 13 companies and they're saying, hey, you can either buy one for 500 or you can buy one for $6,000. And you have the option.
And the price will be more expensive because it's a PC.
Exactly. Exactly. So I think they're just used to it being, because it's not just the video card I used to have to buy. You have to buy RAM. You got to buy the CPU. You got to buy the motherboard. You know, I was building them at the time. You have to buy, you know, the fans, even though the fans are cheap, but, you know, the case, you know, your monitors, your keyboards, your mouse. You want a really responsive mouse. Anyway, I think they're just used to it being more expensive. And with you having the gamut, you know.
And I don't think that the mass media knows that, or is it that informed about PC gamers. They just look at the consoles because that's what they're used to.
Let's just say this, like on a typical gaming website, you're going to see news about the Xbox One, the PS4, Steam machines, etc., just everything.
Right.
On, you know, I don't know, the New York Times website, you're only going to hear about PS4 and Xbox One.
And Xbox.
Exactly.
So, I mean,
exactly.
And I think a lot of outlets are reporting on this and not really commenting on the price either. But I mean, when I think about a machine up to $6,000, like I think about the PC gamer that's just saying, I build my own stuff. I'm not going to pay $6,000. And the more I think about this Steam machine debate, the more I think that Valve is like, is probably thinking like, well, this is really a test bed because they're not putting any money into it. They're just licensing Steam OS.
Right.
And even then it's Linux. So I don't know how much licensing involved. There's probably none. So
yeah.
I mean, I think Valve is just sitting back and letting the third-party manufacturers try this idea out, and if it's successful, maybe they'll jump in.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, they'd be smart too. Yeah.
Very true.
I don't mind the price because I think of a dedicated anything like, you know, if you're getting into digital audio, for instance, you're going to spend probably $1,000 to $1,500 on a machine. So if you have a dedicated game device, I don't see any problem spending a little bit more money on that. Not in the console sense, but it's a dedicated device that can do some other things and it's more PC like, I guess.
But do you think the general consumer knows that this kind of hardware is more expensive, or do you think they just compare it to the Xbox? I think the problem is that they may not know it, and they may just compare it to the Xbox One and the PS4 and be like, "Oh yeah, it's supposed to be around $300-$400." And then when they see a Steam machine that costs $6,000, they're like, "Whoa!"
I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I have no idea.
Good question, though, Scott. Thanks for that.
Basically, we'll know all the answers when we see how the market reacts to it.
Exactly right.
Exactly. It's one of those wait and see. Moving on to Twitter, at Travis Pospisil, at Tattoo Trav. What excuses do you use when you want to keep gaming, but your wife is giving you the stink eye?
I have one.
There you go.
Locked and loaded. Oh, it's so bad. It's usually the truth. I don't ever lie about it, but babe, I'm waiting to save. I'm trying to to save.
Yep, nice.
That's what I do.
That's good. That's good. I'm just like, let me just finish this level.
What's yours, Hall?
Well, like typically it's like a thing where it's like, oh, I haven't reached a save point yet. Hang on. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Nino
go.
Cooney had these long gaps where you couldn't save, or the story would start to unfold and like a cinematic would happen. And she's like, all right, we got to go. And I'm like, all right, hold on. Cause you don't want to just turn it off and have to do all that over again. And so I'm like, just get in the car. I'll be out there in a second.
Leave the car running.
I never sent them out to the car, but there has been a couple. I was like, I'm trying to save. Wait, hold on a second.
That's a great question. Thanks, Travis. Kyle Hall at Marvel Zombie 616. Okay, we know you love games, but tell us something else you geek out over. I'll go first. I am a geek for comic books. I'm a website designer. I'm a geek for code, and I just like learning new things. There are just so many resources out there for website designers and just in HTML land. Anyway, I love learning new things. I'm learning more and more and getting deeper into what's called jQuery, which is like a JavaScript style code that lets you do animations and all kinds of really interactive things in your browsers. And that's what I like to geek out over.
Nice. Paul?
Just digital audio, analog audio, all audio. I geek out over that stuff so much. I sometimes like this weekend I was looking at consoles, for instance, looking at analog consoles, digital consoles, just all kinds of gear and equipment. And then I spend all day with it. So
yeah, right. That's awesome. Yeah. That's dedication.
I'm pretty.
Do you check out all the specs? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm always like looking at specs and seeing what competitors are making. And we've got the NAMM show coming up pretty soon. So
yeah, baby,
a lot of new stuff about to come out. So just really excited about that stuff. And I live it. Even if I wasn't in this industry, I'd probably still live it somehow. So.
You walk the walk, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. I geek out over video games. I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I definitely do that too.
I'm trying to think what other thing I dive deep into. A deal. I geek out over saving money on stuff.
Oh man.
I really do. Like I get really hyper focused. Like when I want to buy something or if I see a good deal, like I geek out on saving the most that I can. And my wife hates it, but
it's addicting.
I mean, geek out. I don't geek out over anything like I geek out over video games, but like I do love going to movies and watching like a great movie. Like,
yeah,
that's some of my favorite times with my wife is going to the movies, going out to dinner, driving around and just enjoying ourselves in that way. So
yeah, it's fun. William Hines at ST57PRDWH. How do you
something really hooky and easy to remember?
Yeah, exactly. How do you balance your moral compass with games? Are there certain titles you won't touch because of your ethics or beliefs?
That's interesting.
So, yeah, I had to pick that. That's a powerful question. I think you have to use your own judgment. And the good thing with games is that if you question something, you can look it up and kind of get more information about the content of it. So you would be able to know what you're getting yourself into. But maybe I'm just so desensitized by it that it's like, there's a lot of swearing. Yeah, I'm used to that. There's, there's a lot of violence. Yeah, I'm used to that. And maybe that's not the best approach, but it, it's just one of those things where you know what you can handle and what you can't, and you know what you should be playing and what you shouldn't. I think at this point, I mean, we're old enough to know now, and I think we have to instill that in our kids too, that they need to discern that, hey, this is fantasy, and this is, this is something that you play. This isn't something that you play out in real life.
Mm-hmm. It's funny. I don't know that I've played any games. I mean, of course, there's swearing and there's violence, but besides that, I don't think any game, like say there was there's plenty of like games that center around sex, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know that there is, but I'm just like guessing there's gotta be, but I'm not even just drawn, and maybe it's my moral compass coming out in my personality, but like, I wouldn't be drawn to that as a husband and a father.
Exactly.
And that's kind of like, we all kind of mentioned that was one reason that we weren't interested in Grand Theft Auto 5, I guess.
Exactly. I was going to mention that.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. When I played Grand Theft Auto 5, because I was the only one that played that, right?
Yeah.
And I did a side mission, and there was like all this sex in it, and I was like, man, I'd be really embarrassed if my mom walked upstairs or if my wife walked upstairs. You know what I'm saying? So it was like one of those things where, I think my moral compass probably plays out my personality, but like anything that's got to do like, and I don't even know if there's a game that's like gratuitously sexual, but like I just wouldn't be drawn to that if they were like, hey, come check out this game. It's called Veronica, and you get to do this, that, and the other to this. I'd be like, I'd rather blow somebody's head off. You know what I'm saying? With a shotgun.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
That's me.
Yeah.
And
great.
Well, and as far as their religion thing is concerned or belief system, games are so vanilla on that stuff now.
Yeah.
And if they aren't, which is like 1 in a million, you'll hear about it and you'll know. And it's kind of like, they want as many people as possible to play these games. So they're not.
They all do. Yeah.
They're not going to do anything that's overtly offensive to anybody.
You're not going to have your Marilyn Mansons of video games when it comes to the big three.
That's
you know what
true.
I'm saying? Like Sony's not going to push this one thing that's crazy and talking about, all kind of crazy demonic stuff. They might have like Outlast, which you guys are going to have to make me play and watch. You know what I'm saying? And whatever. But it's.
It is. You're right, Hall. It is very kind of. It's general. It's a little more vanilla-ized. There's no like.
I thought you just
really
said Vanilla Ice.
But I mean, I could, but vanilla, and I don't even think vanilla-ized is a word. But you're right; they're very vanilla anyway. So
generic.
I'm sure if you searched online, you could probably find some games that some sub developers are making. They're like over the top,
sure.
And I mean, it's available if you want it, but we just don't do that. Because we know ourselves better.
Mm-hmm.
It's everybody. Everybody has their own preference. So.
Exactly. We're running out of time, so let me just break it down to one more question. Colonel Bigbeard at Colonel Bigbeard. I love it. That's a great tag. Question: if you could have any game character as a flatmate or a roommate, who would it be? Who would it be, and why?
Oh my gosh, what a great question!
That's a great question.
Oh,
go
freaking Nate Drake.
Yeah, I was thinking of Nathan Drake. Yeah,
only because he probably wouldn't be at home much. So you probably have to place to yourself a lot.
That's true.
And he's probably good for an adventure, man. I mean, you'd be like, hey, so I mean, can I come? I heard you've been running around with some shouties, man. Stop being so greedy.
I love it. That's
awesome.
Nathan
Drake, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I would probably either say Nathan or Mario because he could fix my plumbing.
Can he really do that, though?
Yeah, that's true.
I think he's lapsed on his plumber's license or whatever you have.
Probably. Yeah, I would probably have to say Nathan Drake too.
What about you, Hall?
Let's see. Gosh, that's a hard one because I don't want to have to give the same answer. I mean, I could definitely see where Nathan Drake would be a great choice.
It's just like you want to balance that, like, because so many characters are so outlandish, then you'd be like, I wouldn't want to be around that all the time.
You think about Shepard from Mass Effect. That's different for everybody, and even then, his voice is like this.
I would kick him out. It would drive me nuts.
I could totally see that.
I would be like, you have to get out of here now.
Yeah, you got to move out. I'm sorry. This is not working out.
And you can't have Sonic because he'll be bouncing off the walls and he'll be all over the place. So
I know.
He'll wreck the place.
That's so funny. I hate to say it too, but I got to go with Nathan Drake.
Yeah, it is.
Just for all the same reasons. It's so funny.
Yeah, I mean, because you would want like Joel as a roommate or the guy from Gears of War.
Because Joel's depressing and he could kill you in your sleep.
Yeah, he's depressing and he'd probably have bursts of rage and all kinds of stuff.
Kratos. I mean, you can't have these guys living at my house and be a responsible adult.
Master Chief.
Hey, Master Chief could work out, right?
He seems like he'd keep the place pretty clean.
And safe.
I can see him just always wearing his helmet.
We
still got to do that. I got to find that Master Chief suit and just go walk down Franklin.
He's just in his helmet and draws.
Exactly.
You're like, morning. He's like, morning.
Brushing his teeth with the helmet.
Yeah, exactly. Like up under it. It's just up and down.
No, just brushing the helmet.
Yeah, just brushing the helmet.
He's in the shower with it on. He's going to go hang out with Vader later.
Little known fact about Master Chief, he doesn't have any teeth.
There you go.
They've all rotted out.
That's so great.
He seems like
there you have it, folks. Clear. Those are our questions. Thank you so much for all those. Thanks for the emails, too. Email us at mailbag@marriedtothegames.com if you can't tweet us or just need to hit us up with a longer question.
Yeah. Dude, those were great.
I love it. That was perfect.
Oh, man. Well, you guys ready to get up out of here then?
Yep.
Thank you guys so much. Remember to stop by the forums. Enter a chance to win Lost Planet 3. We will mail it straight to the house.
And we will remind you a lot to
We'll remind you this week.
Join it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm Gabe Patillo. That's Tim Router. That is Timothy Hall. And we are married to the games, and we up out this thing. Peace! Oh, hold up. We ain't even do a question of the week for these guys. See, we get so wrapped up in our own thing. Stop being selfish. Stop being selfish, Gabe. So our question of the week to you guys this week is, what games do you miss like crazy? You know, we all have kind of moved on and we play these next gen games, or you might be onto the PS3, but there might be some from like the SNES, 64, GameCube, Saturn, Dreamcast era that you miss. And you're like, man, I wish I could go back and play that game. What is that game for you? Mine is really stupid. I miss like crazy, like the Double Switch, Sewer Shark live action games where they would like have these awful actors portraying these people. Anyway, that's what I miss. What do you guys miss like crazy that you used to play like a mug back in the day and don't play now? Okay, we about this thing. Peace.